Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was trying to. In this area today, it's been raining, so I wasn't able to get out today. I was heading to a hiking trail, but God had different plans. So anyway, that is why I'm in my car making this video, is because I thought this one library was open today, but I didn't look at the day that they're open, so they're not open until Monday, and that's the only place I can go today to get into a study room. And it's too cold outside to actually make a video, and of course it's really wet outside, so this is why Starlight is in her car. So I apologize for those of you that really prefer me being outside in nature or at a study room. So there's nothing I can do. This is the only thing I can do about this today. So anyway, so that's my part of my beginning. The introduction of this video is just apologizing to you, and I really hope right now is that all of you that have been watching and supporting Starlight, thank you so much. So anyway, I really want you to you might be able to get out in nature in your area. So make sure you still try to get out in nature somewhere, and also to really relax sometimes. Sometimes we just need to relax. Maybe you're just running around too much and you need to like pull back a little bit, and at different times of the year a lot of people do that, in the springtime trying to get things done, in the winter time doing working on different projects or this or that. And so just take some time and find some time to relax. You got to have balance, and that's what the universe has been telling Starlight, is to relax a little bit. I'm like, okay, you're right, I got a lot going on. So and that is okay, and we need that time to relax and just to get back to our senses. And anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus you could give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Not only that, don't forget, you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. Plus, you can also share my videos. You can share my videos with your family, your friends, an alien, and an angel. Plus, not only that, is you can also check out my playlist, and don't forget the notification bell. Anyway, is also, besides checking out my playlist, is you can also follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, is I never know what I'm going to talk about on my videos. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And today I really didn't know. And so I ended up getting somebody said something today, and I'm like, hey, that would be a great video. I don't think I made a video with that topic, or things that I can talk about with that title. So it's about Simon Says. So I have to say, I don't know how you ladies and men are, or guys are, how are you when you have to work for a company? Are you Starlight? There's people that are like this. They're butt kissers or ass kissers out there, and they will, those are, you got to watch out for those ones, because a lot of times the ass kissers out there, they got if you see somebody with a brown nose, that might be a good indicator they're an ass kisser. So Starlight will work her ass off, but I do, you might be a little bit like Starlight. Maybe you can relate to Starlight, and that's why I started my own cleaning business. Is you're gonna have, when you work for a company, that means that the boss, the owner of the company, or whoever, the manager or supervisor, they're gonna tell you what to do, and how to do it. And that's, so we're all different. You might be a person that, is easily to follow other people, do what they tell you. So that's why this video is about Simon Says. And if you lived in America, a lot of people that live in other countries, they might not know what Simon Says even is. They might not even know that there was a game that kids played, and so Simon Says, for those of you that might not know what Simon Says, it's like when I was in school, like the teacher would stand in the front and all the kids would, stand, waiting. And the game is when Simon says to do something, you're supposed to do whatever Simon says. Like, for instance, let me think. Like if I'm going to play two parts here. I'm going to be Simon, and then I'm going to be the participant of this little child's game, but it is kind of tripping here, is Simon says, pick your nose. Okay, there goes Starlight picking her nose. Simon says, tap your head. Scratch your eye. Starlight, you lost because Simon did not say to scratch your eye. So Starlight's out of the game. You gotta, the game is that only when Simon says to do something, that's when you're supposed to do it. But if Simon didn't say to do something and just says scratch your head without saying Simon says, then you're out of the game. And they could have like 10 kids in the beginning, and so the kids are really listening, and like, oh, did, like Simon says, oh, and you want to, it's a kind of a game that really makes you kind of move fast, while you're playing it, and that's what makes it fun, is because you're trying to pay attention, because they're going to give you other instructions. And I'm bringing this up because even though right now we're not dealing with this, we're going to go back, time traveling. Okay, here we go down in the portal here again, with Starlight. You're going to time travel. Sorry. Going to time travel, and I'm not sure what year it was. I'm going to have to check that out. My I don't know if it was 2019, 20 or something like that, but when the start of COVID, when it was all over the news, and then you had the news people, the reporters and all that, the news channels, the radios, you even had, which I thought was crazy, on the thruway, give me a break, is that they had, like maybe billboards, signs everywhere at stores, like public places, and telling us what to do, like wearing a mask, get the injection, and so that's a lot like Simon Says, is like they were trying to control us, you and me, to do this and to do that, and they, and it is something, even though in New York, I tested this out one day. I was like, I had a hard time breathing, to be serious, with the mask. And in this area, I am blown away. Lots and lots of people in this area wear the mask. Now, recently, there's the fire out here in Florida. Not Florida, what state is Starlight? I was in Florida. But out in California, where, it did have a lot of ashes, and yes, I understand that really can mess people up, especially with allergies and, different breathing problems and, health issues and stuff like that. But, but before even the fire, so if they weren't wearing the mask because of the fire, because of the, the ashes and stuff falling, far away, here I'm in this area, and I don't even know how many minutes or miles, away. I was in a location yesterday. See, yesterday was like today. I wanted to go hiking yesterday, but that was a dead end, because where I went, you couldn't go there because of the fire. It did a lot of damage with the trees and stuff like that. And so I really didn't know my way around. So I 11:11, I ended up coming back to this area. But so you got to be careful out in society, is because they're going to play that game again sometime in the future. of Simon Says to go get that injection. And it started off with get the injection, and I made a few videos during that time, but I did make one video that got deleted. Same with my mentor, that he made a video on the same topic, is about getting people to understand that we need to keep our rights, we need to keep our freedoms, by the freedom of speech, the freedom to, like, this is my body. God gave me, I got a free will. You don't want to lose that. You want to keep that. And that's why it's so important. I don't vote, but for those of you that vote, we need to keep, our freedoms, So if you vote for somebody, but they're not going to protect you on your freedom, and not saying that any of the presidents are going to keep us safe, you got to believe in yourself, believe in God, if you're going to follow anybody, believe in Jesus, God, not, I know there's a lot of gods out there. I'm a god, you're a god, like some people are throwing stones at me, but if you're a child of God, which we all are, we have, in our DNA, that's why my name is Starlight for my YouTube channel. So there's part, like in our DNA, we got some of the part of the stars in our calcium and different things that the stars are made out of in our body, in our DNA. Doctors know this, the government knows this, hospitals know this, a lot of people know this, especially ones that are spiritual more than religious. And Starlight is definitely not religious. I'm spiritual. I'm in that area, even though I love God, is that you have to, really take a stand for your life, not just for your life, but your children and people that you love. I hope this doesn't mess up the video because it's raining out. So is that you need to be the leader in your life. You need to be the one, like that is deciding on, you want to go take the injection? Take the injection. But now if you took the injection, don't try to think you can force me to take it. I didn't say shit about you taking it, so don't think that you could force me to take it or other people. They have a free will just like you have. So, it's not, my whole family did not want nothing to do with that injection. And there was a lot of people that were forced. I say they were forced, but really they weren't forced. I say forced because, like, hey, if you don't take the injection, you're going to lose your job. Starlight had her cleaning business. I had a lot of people at that time with my cleaning business. They're like, hey, Starlight. And it's how I'm being tested. The universe is going to have stuff like this to test you out, to see how strong are you. You say something, but now we're going to test you. Is like, hey, Starlight, do you want to clean my house? Yeah, I want to clean for you. Well, you got to get the injection or you can't come in our house. We won't let you in our house. Which makes no sense because that injection is not putting me in a bubble so then you don't get it. I still can carry the virus whether I get the injection or not. So did Starlight let her clients to tell me what to do and make me go get that injection? No. I said, blank that shit. I am not taking that injection. I don't know what is in that injection. That stuff came out of nowhere, and I seen videos online that they had where somebody would stick a magnet right where they inject the injection at, and a magnet was actually sticking to their arm, So, like, did you even know what was in there? And I'm not here to, pick on you. I'm just trying to get you to be aware more of, like, your life and that this is your life and God gave us a free will. And not only about, like, like COVID being like Simon Says to go get the injection. Okay, a lot of people, because they put fear out there, they ran out there and got in line. They made the appointments, got those injections, and then, all right, I got the injection. Simon Says, go get another one. What? Yeah, you got to get another one or you're going to die. Starlight's over-exact. Well, not really, because there's people that had health issues that's what they did. And I'm going to say it again. If it's your time, it's your time. It wouldn't even have to be a COVID. You know, if tomorrow was your day to not be here anymore, it doesn't mean that you're going to get the COVID virus that's how you're going to not be here. God has whatever for whoever at whatever time. So you don't want to live in fear. You want love guide you, not fear. So I'm preparing you because you might have family that's like, you know, they could be your mother or your father, and they're like, Simon says, take that job. And you're like, but I don't want that job. But they're like, hey, we would be happy if you took that job. Or, you know, you might have relatives that's like, Simon says, don't go out with that lady. Oh, okay. I'm not going to go out with her. I love her. Or like, don't go out with that guy. Well, I love that guy, but you know, you don't have to ask permission from your family members or your mom or dad. Are you living on your own? Yeah, I'm living on my own. You know, because this is what happens to many people, is that they're afraid of what other people are going to think of them when they do things, when they decide on their own to make their own choices in their life. And you got to let that go. You got to let love guide you, not fear. You got to trust and believe that God has got your back. And there's a lot of beautiful people out there. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of beautiful Christians out there that are helping people, because I've been seeing it and I needed to see this. But there's a lot of Christians out there that even go to church that I have more faith than them, you know, in my situation here. I just met some beautiful people yesterday where I went to a food pantry. You know, so I told one of the guys my story of what I'm doing, because he helped me he brought food to my car. Well, all that food I didn't eat. You know, more than half of that food that I received from God ended up going out to help other people that are either struggling or that are homeless that need the food. So when I get gas money from people that God puts in my path to help me out with gas, God knows where the money, you know, where the gas money is, and God knows that I'm doing the work. That's why God's blessing me with, you know, the money that I received to get gas money. So you don't want people telling you what to do, like the injections, you know, like, now you got 2 injections, now you got 3. I gotta take another one. People were getting kind of, it was testing you out, how many, you know. So now it's like 20 injections. What the what the fudge? I gotta take 20 injections to, you know, you gotta really use your own mind. And, you know, just because your neighbors went and got it, just because your mom and dad got it, you know, just because your brothers or sisters or even a husband or wife got it, you know, you might not been afraid, but then their fear went on you, and now you think you got to do it because everybody's pressuring you into doing it. You know, anybody that did not take the injection, I bet you got pressured. Anytime you had to go to the doctors, you know, that's what happened with Starlight. I only had one lady that said, good for you, because she found out I was getting a mammogram. If any, I don't know if do men get mammograms? Mammograms could, you know, because I think men can get different cancers like women, but man, you know, I asked that lady, hey, I'm like, what's worse with having little ones like me, you know, like with little breasts like mine, which I love mine, I'm not complaining, or is it worse for women that are big size, you know? And it doesn't matter apparently. So no matter what, like, that hurts. So that lady was so sweet though. She asked me, you know, because that's what they were doing, is, did you get the injection? And I'm thinking, oh great, here we go with that question again. And I'm like, nope. And I was waiting for her to preach on my ass, like, well, you know, you really should get, I'm sorry for the sound effects here. I got another number. I got to write that one down so I don't forget. I can't control that sound effect out here. The number, you might see it. I got to write that down so I can check that number. Whoops. sorry about that, is so you know, you're going to have a lot of people out there saying, your mother said to do this. You know, if I listened to my parents and my family, I wouldn't be here. You know, they would have talked me into getting a 9-to-5 job, only making, you know, I would have been back at Burger King somewhere, you know. But that's not what God wanted for Starlight, you know. So I'm out here going to be doing a service out here. So I'm working on making business cards out here to start my own business. So yeah, I know, isn't that shocking? So some of you are saying, good for you, Starlight. You know, I'm proud of you. You've come a long way. Thank you. Thank you. Because I do got some people out there that really is loving and supporting me, and they've been helping me the whole way. And so, you know, I am my own boss. God first. God's my boss, really. I'm my own boss, you know, and I do have somebody out there that, you know, I would actually get that person's advice, but it's still up to me what I want to do or not. So you really don't want other people playing Simon Says with you and saying, you know, because something could, I'm not trying to put fear out there, but you got to realize that later on in life, if they try to have another thing out there, because that to me was just a effing test. It was a test to see who was going to fall for it, who was going to fall for the bait, and who was going to be firm. You know, who was going to take how many injections. You know, some of you might have only took one injection and said, no, I'm not taking anymore. I had a horrible time just taking that one. And some of you might have only took two. And then once you sign up for that, then you might even get text messages from your doctor. I don't know, you know, because I didn't do it, you know. And I did get COVID, but I'm still here. I didn't die, you know. And so anyway, be your own boss. Don't let other people run your life for you. You have a mind of your own, and if you don't know what to do, do what I do. I pray about it. You don't have to run and jump right away and just go out and do whatever, you know. And that's when you're not thinking clear, is take some time and ask God, ask the angels to give you signs. Like I just got a message here right now. And earlier, you know, even if you, this is just a quickie, Starlight will be good on that. But, you know, this happened to me yesterday and today, and it's okay. Is I went to a park earlier, and I'm trying. Oh yeah, I went. I went to a park thinking it was a park, and then I realized, oh great, it's not a park. It was a church. But see, God knew that I was gonna think that way and go to that parking lot, you know, because I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I was gonna pee my pants, and I find out it was a church, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom. But you know what? God already knew that I was going to make a boo-boo and go to that parking lot where there's no bathroom. It was a church, and there was people that were heading out of the church because it's time for them to leave. And there was a number there on a guy's shirt. So that was my message. I needed that message. That helped me out, you know, because I asked God for, you know, please give me a sign. I did that this morning before I got gas. I'm like, God, you know, am I supposed to stay at this gas station, or, you know, am I at the wrong gas station? You know, like, okay, you know, like, you know, and then I received a number on a bus that was driving by, and I just got done looking at that number because it's the name of the gas station. Think it's called 76, the gas station, and a bus went by, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's my sign that stay here, Starlight, somebody's gonna come by and give you gas money. So so it is amazing. Anyway, I love you, and be your own boss. Be a leader. Don't be a follower, because that's how, you know, the ones that went out and took those shots. What do you think? Do you think they were leaders running out and getting those injections, or do you think they were followers? And you know what? I love you whether you took the injection or not. It was a lesson. Just take it as a lesson. What was the lesson to learn? Don't believe everything you hear in the news. So anyway, I love you so much. This is Starlight. You can give this video a thumbs up. you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave me a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. And you could share my videos with your family. Sorry, the lighting is a little different because the clouds. You could share my video with your family, your friends. A dragon and a bat. Plus, don't forget the notification bell, and you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Ding the Starlight. I love you all, and I thank you all. And if you did take the injection, don't beat yourself up about it. You know, don't do that. Realize, okay, I learned my lesson. It was crazy. They scared me. Everybody was scared. And I just went and did whatever because everybody was pressuring me into doing it, you know, and they scared me, and I went out. That's okay. Just don't fall for it again. You know, don't be so quick to run out there just because everybody else is doing something. Because the wide way is the way to destruction. The narrow way is the way to, I'm trying to think. The narrow way is the way you want to go. You don't want to go and do what everybody else is doing. You know, I did better on my Bible a long time ago, but since I don't go to church and read my Bible, the narrow way, I just can't remember. So anyway, I love you so much. And I hope you enjoy your day and really be your own leader. Tell people, you know what, I can figure this out. You know, is to pray about it. You know, pray to God about it. Pray to Jesus about it. Whoever, I talk to the universe, the angels, you know, for signs. And anyway, I love you. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and peace.